Hey, going on? It is Chris here. As normal, hope you guys had a very good night last night on the big 11-game slate on Fanduel. It wasn't too bad for us. We kind of we did okay. We cashed in some small leagues and some 50-50s and some head-to-heads, but for the most part, tournaments we just came up a little bit short there. We'll show you the some of the lineup here. I didn't screenshot the whole thing, but like I said, it wasn't too bad. Won a little bit, but definitely not what we wanted. But still, I'll take a little bit of the money there. Luka Doncic, man, I know he's a rookie and all, but really ticked me off. He really lost me some money tonight. Only had 21.6. This dude went 5 for 16 shooting. Just looked complete trash out there. He was terrible out there against Phoenix, a team that they could have done a little bit better with. So he easily should have got me 30, 35 points, which would have put me relatively close to the cash line. And then Trey Burke and Frank Ntilikina, they were just kind of my punt options. Kawhi Leonard only got 39. I thought he'd honestly get a little bit more, but he sucked. Richardson did very good at a 34, and also he had Blake Griffin and Aldridge there as well. So, like I said, it wasn't too bad of a night, but hopefully tonight will be a little bit better. Here we got a 3-game slate. Tonight's kind of an interesting one here. Looking at the totals, 216, a 213, and a 222. And we got 11 spread on that Philly game. The Washington game is going to be interesting. That total is a little high to me personally. And then obviously the game that everyone's going to stack is the Lakers and Portland. So we really don't have a lot of value on tonight's slate. We got a couple from Chicago, but that's really it. Obviously, for the most part, really expensive plays out there. Wall, LeBron, Lillard, McCollum, Simmons, Joel Embiid. We got, like I said, not many cheap options out there. So it's going to be hard to put in a lot of these guys in there. So tonight's going to be interesting. It's going to be, take a little bit of time to plug in a couple guys and see what you like the best. Like I said, as normal, if you want to join us, we'd love to have you guys on board. $50 a month, $350 for the season. To get signed up, check out our website in the comments section. All you have to do is get signed up there and follow the directions, and we'll get you, like I said, all signed up. If you need any help or anything like that, want to ask us some questions, hit us up on Twitter as well. That will be in the comment section for you. So, like I said, we're going to move on to tonight's slate. Moving on, our first game, we got Miami and Washington here. Let me go look. We have a 213 total in Washington by 5. So back-to-back here for Miami. They are playing short guys, so that might affect Miami just a little bit just because a lot of their starters really had to play some big minutes. Dragic, he looks nice at 30 for 36 points last night. John Wall is a whole different beast than Augustine there. He's just a beast. Dragic might get 28 to 30 in this one. I don't know if you really need that. I'd rather go down the Rondo or maybe go up the Ball or something like that than Dragic. I stay away against point guards against John Wall. Yes, I know they don't have a lot of guys. Who knows? Maybe you can put him in a one-off, but for the most part, he's not the safest play. John Wall, though, he's not looking too bad there. I think he could get you 45, 50 in this one. You can also look at Lillard. He'll be a little bit more popular than I personally think, a little bit more popular than Wall. But, both of them very good plays. I do think Wall will do just a little tad better than Lillard in this one. Lillard will probably score more points, but I like Wall here for a triple-double upside. Shooting guard, Bradley Beal not looking too bad. Not too afraid of Miami's defense right now, so I really don't mind putting him in there. He should easily get you 35, 40. He's one of those guys that really is shot dependent for the most part, so you have to worry about that. Dwayne Wade, he didn't look too bad. Played 25, 26 minutes last night. He had 9 points, 10 rebounds, 21.2. Nothing too crazy, but not bad. Maybe put in Austin Rivers. He might get you 18 to 20. Brendan McGruder, I don't know if you really want to put him in there. So as you see, not much going on in the cheap area. I love Richardson, though. I think he's going to once again have to, carry Miami here. He's going to be at least 75, 80% owned. Price tag's sitting pretty nice. So everyone's going to have him. Kelly Oubre, I don't mind him, 4,600. I think he can get you anywhere from 22 to 25 in this one. So you can look at him. You got also Otto Porter. I'd probably have Kelly Oubre in this one just because he's a little bit cheaper and he could probably score maybe 5 or 6 less points than Otto for $2,000 cheaper. Kelly Olynyk, so he didn't play much in that first game. So I don't know if they are just saving him for today's game because he only played 15 minutes. And maybe they're going to save him and let him play 25, 30 minutes. I don't know. Or they just put him on the bench. I don't know. It was really strange. I had Kelly Olynyk in my lineup until then. I heard the news, so I took him out. So that's interesting. Markieff Morris, 23, 24 maybe in this one. He always has anger issues, so him and Whiteside might get into it. So who knows? He might get ejected. That happens all the time. Then you got Whiteside. He should be looking pretty good in this one. Like I said, the only thing is that back-to-back, but they don't have a lot of guys. Right away, I don't mind some Bam. He was up and down last year picking him. But like I said, they're really shorthanded right now. He only played 22 minutes, 9.8 rebounds. But if you don't want to spend up for your center position, he might get you 20 to 25 points. We'll see. Don't mind putting him in there. So, an interesting one. If Dwight Howard, I think he'll play. Maybe you can put him in there. But this game is weird. Like I said, that total, honestly, I think is too high. I don't see how that's a 213 game. Maybe that's just me. I was wrong about the 120. No, I wasn't. I thought I was wrong about that Phoenix game, but that was a 227 total final, and they had it at a 213. So, yeah, I was right about that one. So who knows? Like I said, I think there's around a 207, 208. I don't know. So Wall, Sherlock, I don't mind Whiteside, obviously. You got a little bit of Bam if you need cheap option. Kelly Olynyk, depending on his minutes, if they're going to play him, I don't know. We'll see. And obviously Richardson is my lock from this game. So that's kind of an interesting one there. Another thing you guys will see throughout this you got time watching me, I really don't care for East Coast games. I'm more of a West Coast up-pace kind of a guy. So when there's games with East Coast teams playing each other, like Miami, Washington, I don't like them at all because they just play so dang slow for the most part. All right, moving on, we got Chicago and Philly at 216 and Philly by 11. Their shooting was terrible that first game. They were against Boston, obviously different opponent caliber than Chicago, but they just didn't look good that first game. A lot of turnovers as well. Simmons, this dude was a beast. Don't mind him here once again. He should easily get a triple-double in this one. Might be just like Westbrook was a couple years ago and average a triple-double. We'll see. I really don't mind him if you can get him in there. Don't mind Chris Dunn. Is he worth 7? I'm not sure. Don't know how Payne's rotation is going to work on this one. I don't know how much they're going to play him. Fultz was just complete trash that first game. Maybe he scores 20 to 23 in this one. But he's still 5,700. I don't know if I really want to pay that much for a guy that's struggling with a shot. I might go a little bit cheaper with Redick. Should get a couple open threes in this one. Maybe get you 20 to 24, 25. Zach LaVine, I don't mind him at all. I think he can get you easy 30, 35 in this one. And Justin Holiday as well. Except I don't know Chicago's bench rotation yet, so I can't really pick too many of them. And then you got Covington. He didn't look too bad. We got Jabari Parker. I don't know how they're going to start the rotation because they had Parker coming off the bench a lot in the preseason. So if Parker's coming off the bench, I really like Parker, and I get a little bit of that second team usage there. I think that's a good spot for him, giving him the second unit. 6,200. He's in a really good spot there. Obviously, these are apparently this is confirmed. They got Holiday starting, so I really don't mind some Parker there coming off the bench. And you got Bobby Portis. I don't mind him going up against Dario Saric. Wendell Carter, he has unfortunately the defense of Mr. Joel Embiid. I think that's going to affect him a little bit. The only thing that sucks about Bobby Portis is they don't play this dude a lot. So he might play 22, 23 minutes, and he might get you 25 to 26, 27 fantasy points. The thing about Portis is if he doesn't get his points, obviously, and usually in that first quarter, if he only gets you 4 or 5 points, you're kind of screwed because he's not going to play a lot of minutes. So you're banking on Portis to have a very good first quarter. So, I don't mind him. Dario Saric, I don't know what happened to him there that first game. And then, like I said, you got Joel Embiid. Really don't mind him either. So another one of those weird East Coast games here. A little bit faster paced game, but it should be a straight annihilation here. The obvious guys, Simmons, Joel Embiid. You can look at Bobby Portis, probably one of my favorite guys. If you had the pick from Chicago, really don't mind some Jabari Parker. Covington might get you 25, 26 with a couple steals. But, yeah, like I said, I just don't like these East Coast games. But, I got to deal with it. Anyway, moving on, we got LA and Portland, a 222 total here in Portland by 3. Sorry if you guys are hearing some stuff in the background. My dogs are making a little bit of noise. Anyway, like I said, a three spread here for Portland. Wow, a little surprising. I honestly think LA will take this game. But like I said, they are at home, so they get that little home favorite there. As I said, Lillard, one of my top options. I love him. It's between Wall and Lillard. He should come out firing, hopefully. His last or the game before his last preseason game, his shot was just trash. So hopefully he, smartens up a little bit with his shooting, which I think he will. If he has Rondo on him, he should do pretty well. Like I said, don't mind Rondo on that flip side either for really cheap if he's going to start, which I'm pretty sure he's going to start. Lonzo, I don't know if he's really worth that yet. We'll see. Love McCollum. I really don't mind him. KCP could be an interesting cheap option if he starts. He could easily get you 25, 26 fantasy points at lower ownership. LeBron obviously is LeBron. Really don't mind him. This dude should get you, 55, 60. I personally would rather have Simmons, but the only thing with Simmons is it's a blowout. But I don't know. We'll see. LeBron should come out firing here. So it's really a toss-up. Moving on, we got Ingram, Kuzma. Really don't mind both those guys. Kuzma, I think, is coming off the bench. And if he does, I like that because that's the second unit there. And like I said, with Parker, should get a little bit more usage. Aminu, he could be interesting. I'm not too afraid of Lakers defense. He's one of those dudes that just stands in the corner and shoots three-pointers. So he might get you 23 points or so. And then obviously Jaroslav Nurkic, if he stays out of foul trouble, should get you 35, 40, even 45 in this one. So this is a really weird 3-game slate. It should pan out, but on paper it just doesn't look crazy good. But it should be a good one. You got your obvious plays. Like I said, the only thing is you don't really have too many cheap punt plays to look at in this one. So we'll have to see how it goes. Like I said, a lot of very expensive dudes in this 3-game slate. So if you guys are playing on your own, I would just recommend playing some 50-50s and double-ups on this 3-game slate. Going to be relatively hard to get away from the crowd on a 3-game slate. So don't play crazy a lot tonight. It's kind of, like I said, a weird slate. So just, play normal, play some double ups and 50-50s and save up for tomorrow's Friday slate. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like I said, love to have you guys on board. $50 a month, $350 for the entire season, including playoffs. To get in on that, check out our website in the comment section below. And also check out our Twitter, which will be down there as well if you have any questions or anything like that. So that is it. Thanks for watching. Sorry, not the most crazy slate. I didn't have, like I said, not crazy sleepers like I did yesterday. Like I said, I mentioned Dragic, I mentioned Aldridge, I mentioned who else did I mention? I mentioned a couple other guys that I really didn't mind. De'Aaron Fox, he didn't do too bad either. So like I said, just tonight there's not a lot of cheap sleepers out there that we're looking at. So should be a straight up kind of a night. So yeah, like I said, we'd love to have you guys on board. If you leave a like if you like the video. I do appreciate it. Thanks for all the positive feedback that you guys have been giving me here the last couple days. I really do appreciate it. And that is it. Hopefully you guys have a pretty good day today. Like I said, Friday slate's looking way better than Thursday. There's just, like I said, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 games tomorrow, and some half decent matchups here as well. So Brooklyn, New York, Sacramento, New Orleans, Charlotte, Orlando, OKC, and LA. So yeah, in Indiana, Milwaukee. Really like tomorrow's slate. So that is it. Sorry I'm talking so much. Hopefully you guys have a good night, like I said, and we'll see you guys all a little bit later.